Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be making a separate pen for our boar pig to keep him away from the girls, and we'll let you know why. So apparently Kune Kune breed pigs will friend the females if they're in with the females for too long. Starting out, I didn't know that, so whenever I brought the boar pig home, he was by himself. I went and bought girls and brought them home. Once I got them home, they was all at a young age. Well, I put them all in together, and they've been together since I brought them home. So they friended each other, and they're not breeding because they friended each other. So in our case, we're wanting to breed these for meat for our farm, so we're going to have to separate him and hope that this will actually work out in our favor. And of course we're going to have a separate building or structure to put him in, so that's where this pallet build that we built before for all of them is going to come into place. So we've actually got a couple of pieces of tin that we got give from just scrap metal basically, but we're going to take and add them on top of it, and then eventually once this plastic on the side gets wore out and stuff, we're going to replace some of it and try to fix it up a little bit. But over here in this corner we've got a few more pieces of tin that we can use to try to keep the rain at least off the top and then keep that dry for him. So we're going to get to work just building the fence for right now, and then hopefully once we get that built, then we can bring some straw back here, fix the roof, throw some straw in there for him to keep warm, and then should be able to put him in here once we get some feed buckets or a feed trough. We can build another feed trough like we built in past videos too, but just make him his own little thing back here, and hopefully we can get him back to breeding. So I originally had all three of them in this pen back here, but I got rid of my goats due to hip surgery, of course, and then just let them roam the whole property here. So getting him back here is going to be probably a little hard, especially without the girls, because the girls are probably going to be right with him or whatever. But from what I've heard, you need to separate him, and then he don't need to even see them or anything. So we may have a time on our hands even keeping him away from them. They may end up hanging around here with them, so I don't know. We're just gonna try it and see if we can separate him and see if it works or not. Let's get to work. So we're gonna see if we can butt this up close enough to the electric fence to be able to use the electric fence as a barrier, and then be able to give him enough room to be able to still walk around, move around, have plenty of room for himself. In hopes, we're hopefully going to get another boar goat eventually to be able to breed the offsprings with the new boar coming in. So hopefully eventually we can put another boar in here with him, and hopefully they won't disagree with each other too much. But we've got a kind of a layout of what we're going to do here. Just got to lay down our posts and hopefully be able to finish this today and then get him in here. Eventually I would also like to add a few more of these pig panels just to give them more room to move around. But as for right now, this is going to be enough. I mean, he don't move very much other than when we bring food out. He's kind of a little slower, so this pen should be plenty big enough for him. But we're going to finish this up, get all of our posts back here, and hopefully be able to at least drop a few poles. So now that we've got our laid out, just our fences laid out, we're gonna go back, put a couple more of these little small, cheap fence posts in between. We may even put, you know, 1 or 2 in between each one of these big ones, because if I know these girls, they're gonna try to push in. I'm not so worried about him trying to push out. I'm worried about them trying to push in. So once I get that done, just in between here, I'm going to go back and support each one of these beams, put some wire ties or something along each one of those all the way to the bottom, and that's going to keep them from being able to knock them down. But like I said, I'm not worried about him trying to push out, because he more than likely won't. I've never seen him trying to do that, but I've seen the girls trying to do that. So that's what we're looking to prevent, and hopefully by tying all these down with a bunch of supports, we can keep them out. And that's going to do it for today's video. We got the fence up, mocked it up here to where I can actually get in and out. Just added a couple of wire ties. All I used around these wires was some of the electric fence that I had left over. Just went and tied it around, and I used channel locks to tighten it up against the fence post. So hopefully that'll keep him in. I'm not worried about him, like I said. I'm not worried about keeping him in. I'm worried about keeping the other ones out. Once we get him some water and some straw put in here, I'm gonna grab that other piece of tin and make sure that I can nail it down, screw it down, or whatever. And he should be good to go for the rest of the winter. Hopefully we can keep him apart until hopefully maybe he changes his mind whether he wants to breed or not. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next video.